All right. Vandal versus Ripjack. Battle of the spiky boys, the pokey boys. Yeah, you see Squeachu immediately taking to the air to that top platform.
Yeah.
Wanting to control that as best as they possibly can, drop that thundercloud at, relative safety. It's very difficult for Leescano to actually approach that. While Leescano can use their up B to get to that top platform very fast, that doesn't change the fact that Ripjack's jump just isn't as good as Vandal's. Just doesn't go as high, and he's not as fast. All right, good on Leescano. Spend all that meter on those two neutral Bs to stall yourself in the air for a little bit. Come back.
Yeah, it's something we see a lot from Leescano's Ripjack, since Ripjack doesn't have the recovery without that. So.
Yeah. Yep. No. Squeachu didn't have an up B back. Oof. I was gonna say, at least Kano just kind of SD'd, but no. Took Squeachu with him, I guess. Yeah, you can see how much of an advantage just like the extra aerial momentum has in this particular matchup.
Yeah.
Especially since these are two characters with genuinely very similar game plans. It's just that one is so much more mobile. Like, don't get me wrong, Leescano can still absolutely pull this out just because of the fact that, like, Ripjack hits like a truck. But he's having such a hard time just keeping up with Squeachu at the moment. Alright, pretty solid combo.
Yeah, we saw him able to, like, keep Sai out a bit in the last set. But in this one, like, Vandal has his own projectiles that he can throw in.
Yeah. All right, great back here from Squeachu, and with that, taking Leescano to last stock. Yeah, it really just, I feel like this entire matchup just comes down to, like, how good are you at dodging? Because Squeachu has so much more aerial momentum than Leescano does. And Leescano has so far, like, not landed a hit on him this stock.
Yep.
There we go. But when it hits, Squeachu definitely feels it. Good option to roll from the ledge there, and that is going to be it for Leescano. Nice down air. We're in the big corn. I just realized.
So
I unironically love that cosmetic.
Yeah, me too. My stream is still lacking a little bit, so if you could decrease the quality a little bit more.
All right, I will decrease the quality further for you. Let's bring it down to 30 frames per second. All right, let's see here. Game number 2. Let me just find that real quick. Let's see here. Need to skip the match where they picked the wrong stage, which would be this one, and here we are. It looks like we're going to go to Golden City.
Alright. I do really like this counter pick from Leescano, because, like, it's not a map that you really expect Volt to do super well on, traditionally, but Leescano's movement on this stage is nuts.
I'll take your word for it, because my memory does not serve me well enough to be able to make that kind of claim.
I have fought Leescano on the stage. It was an experience.
Okay. Oh, these platforms are looking problematic. Squeachu is taking so much damage via the poison.
Yeah.
Alright, that's going to be it for Leescano. They're not making it back from that one.
Almost.
Almost, but...
The strong call stalling is really quite impressive in how much horizontal distance it can add.
Yeah, it genuinely can, but you have to remember it's just like... When it comes to, like, the vertical recovery, Ripjack's is just not as good as Vandal's.
Yep.
And Squeachu absolutely knew that. He just backed off. It was like, if I hit you again, you get your jump back. You're just going to die otherwise.
We have actually seen Squeachu a couple times earlier in the set just not acknowledge that Leescano can make it back just because of how deceptive the Storm Call recovery is.
That was a great interception by Leescano, taking out Squeachu's first stock. All right. Leescano has burned their air dodge, by the way. Yep.
Yeah.
They knew they weren't making it back from that one. It's always good. Like, it's hard to pay attention to that. Like, when someone's burned an option as, like, quick as an air dodge. But it is unfortunate.
And with that, Squeachu will go up 2-0.
Oh, no. This is winners finals. Wait. This is best of 5.
Yeah, I said go up 2-0.
Oh. I thought you were saying that like it's over.
Nope, not yet.
All right.
Leescano's still in this.
So, Leescano versus Squeachu. It looks like we're going to go back to Golden City.
Yeah, like, I don't hate that pick because, like I said, this is a really good map for Leescano. It's not a traditionally very good map for Volt and Vandal, so, like, I think that if Leescano's going to win this, it's going to be on Golden City.
So why do you think that it's not such a better map for Leescano versus a normal Volt and Vandal? Like, I have my own idea, like, just mostly revolving around the Poison Cloud, and the way that that actually stays on field for quite a while.
I think it's the way the platforms are, actually. I think that they help Leescano's, like, movement super well, just...
Okay.
He can move around them super impressively.
Yeah, because for me, this feels like a really even map for a Volt. Okay, Squeachu at a small percentage deficit right now. Yeah, that poison is doing a lot of work.
Oh, wow.
Big DBZ, and Leescano just ends up being too low to come back. Doesn't matter how much vertical or horizontal recovery you can get out of that neutral B.
Yeah.
Ooh. I feel like that platform may have, messed up Leescano approach a little bit. I'm stuttering, man. All right. Oh, no!
Ooh.
Squeachu goes too deep!
That looks like it was going to be a really cool edge guard, but then he just edge guarded himself.
Yeah. When you put yourself off stage with Vandal up B, you'd best land whatever you're trying to land.
So Leescano now has a decent-sized lead here after that SD from Squeachu.
Yeah.
And also has stage control. Had stage control.
Had stage control. It doesn't matter. Squeachu's sitting at 70%. That's a big deal versus Ripjack. You're definitely in kill percent. If he can land like a back air or a nair, I think that's stock.
And also with this lead that Leescano has, he doesn't really have to approach like he's had to most of the set.
No, honestly, if Leescano wanted to, they could really just slow this down and use that damage over time to keep increasing that lead.
But as we're seeing this,
no, Leescano's going in.
Yeah, and Squeachu back in this with Leescano going in.
And once again, like, Squeachu is on that side platform. They are more than comfortable to just, play the standard Volt strategy of, I'm on the platform, you have to chase me down, I have all this aerial control, and you have nothing. Like I said, this is like, that's the place you want to be against like a Ripjack who has like this really bad base jump.
Yep. Another thing we're seeing Squeachu doing a lot is Squeachu is going high for the storm calls, which makes Leescano leave these platforms that are giving him such good movement options.
Ooh, that back air though. All right.
I'm not sure if this is true. This might be the first game Squeachu has lost in any Brawloff over the past, what is it, 4 months we've been doing them?
You know, you might actually be right. I feel like he's lost at least one, but yeah. No, Squeachu has won several tournaments without dropping a single game, so accomplishment acquired, I guess? I'm not... Achievement unlocked? Leescano? All right, let's go to game 3. Let's see here.
Game 4.
You're right, game 4. I'm sorry, it's just that we're watching Squeachu, and I'm just like, yeah, time for game 3. Sorry. All right, so next one, it looks like we're going to Moonlight Jungle. Looks like blah, 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 Moonlight. Let's do this. So Squeachu's still up 2-1, but let's go Leescano.
Yeah, I know both of these players do really like this stage. I'm not sure how much Leescano will like it in this specific matchup, though.
Yeah, it's understandable. Like I said, any stage where like a Volt can get up high, where it's very difficult for Ripjack to engage, not something that I would want to take them to. And let's face it, Jungle and Moonlight, those are 2 of those stages.
Yeah, Jungle, of course, it's taken out by DSR.
Yeah, I think that it's a little bit harder for the Volt to actually engage with that extra side platform.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be much more precise if you're actually going to attack with side B through the gap between the bottom and top platforms.
Both of these players obviously very capable of doing that.
Yeah, definitely. But it adds like, just a little bit of an extra wrinkle to actually like getting a hit in.
Another thing we'll see these side platforms doing is blocking the Poison Rain.
Yeah. It's blocking the Poison Rain. It's also making it a little bit more difficult for Squeachu to like force an opening. Like, even though Squeachu's playing like really safe and really high, the fact of the matter is that like that center stage is in complete control by Leescano. And so Squeachu has to be extremely precise if they're actually going to be like attacking through the platform at all, because otherwise they're going to get hit by the Poison Rain. They're going to get hit by like the puddle.
Ooh, that was a very good back air from Squeachu there.
Extremely good back air. Like you see, Squeachu is like, I'm covering like the sides and the top of this stage. And Leescano's strategy so far has been mostly, I'm going to stay dead center and make like this a massive hazard zone. So if you want to approach, you're going to take damage one way or the other.
I also think this might be the first time we've seen Squeachu play threatened in a long time, because we're seeing a much more passive game from him right now.
Yeah, I would also agree with that. Like, we talked about how Squeachu was playing super aggressive. Squeachu is still definitely being very aggressive, but they started out this match playing like the standard Volt strategy. Like,
yeah, it was a minute and a half in, and like a total of 150 damage had been done.
Yeah. Still though, now that Squeachu is in a comfortable lead, they are just going in. They're not worried about like just trying to get like 1 or 2 hits in, waiting for an opening, and then just back airing through the platform. No, they are just like, nah, I'm in boxing range.
Yeah, boxing range from Vandal, very large.
They're kind of fast.
Would you see Leescano getting that stock there, but still at a huge percent deficit?
Yeah, 138's no joke.
We do see Squeachu still being a bit aggressive and taking that damage over time, though.
Yeah, like I said, it seems like Leescano's basic strategy was just like to trap the center. So that way, like, when Squeachu tries to play passive and approach with like a back air through that gap between the top and bottom platform, like, no matter what, there was something damaging waiting for him. But
like,
that strategy's not going to work so well anymore. Now that Leescano doesn't have, like, a lead, or it isn't, you know, even. Ooh, but now it is.
Yeah. Like, we've been seeing Leescano doing a lot better this game. I think to some degree, Squeachu was almost doing better when they were being super aggressive. Because Ripjack doesn't really have tools to deal with someone who can rush them down. Ripjack has tools to deal with someone who can zone them out.
And to the chat, because I noticed we're talking a lot about Leescano, the fact of the matter is, like, Squeachu's just really, really good and has won basically every Brawloff. So the fact that there's, like, a threat on screen right now, we're very excited about it. Leescano could actually take this. They have a small lead right now. And you can honestly tell that Squeachu feels that. Oh. All right, a little bit of a stall. Oh, but good interception.
Yeah.
Great patience from Squeachu.
Like, honestly, that game was really close.
That was.
Leescano looked like he was actually outplaying Squeachu a little bit on stage. It's just when, like, Ripjack has a more vulnerable recovery, and Leescano was falling victim to that.